Welcome to the Blue Cafe. We offer stories of infidelity, betrayal, and redemption. Please like and subscribe if you are enjoying what you are hearing. Now, on to today's story. Thoughts? Reflections. So me, 53M, and my wife, 51F, are together for 31 plus years and married for 25 plus years. She is a surgeon and I worked as an investment banker but now working as a financial advisor. So we dated 6 years, 1989 to 1995, and married in 1995. My wife had a 2 months affair in 2011 to 2012, 16 Dec to 14 Feb. She had an affair with a 24-year orderly at her hospital. My oldest son was 25 at time, but ended the affair after he proposed to her on 14th February. She confessed everything the same day. We separated for 6 months, my request, but started reconciliation in Sept 2012, our marriage anniversary. I might post about her affair in detail someday. We have recovered from that long time ago, 4 to 5 years ago. We are now at a better place in our relationship. So one of her brother-in-law, she has 3 younger sisters, admitted about his ONS last week. So as you guess, my wife is uneasy because of the memory of her affair. Everyone including my wife is pushing her for divorce. So yesterday we had a discussion about that and it turned into a heated argument. In the end I just told her one thing, that why she is pushing for divorce while she was begging me for another chance all those years ago. Mind you guys, her bill had ONS, and yes, it is wrong, but my wife had PA for 2 months and she admitted that they had sex on daily basis and sometimes twice in single day. My question made her cry and she went to the bathroom and cried there for like a couple of hours. After that she came to me and said sorry for all the things she had done in the past and told me she will talk with her sister about it. When her affair came to the light, everybody including my own family begged me to give her second chance, and I gave her second chance only after she gave me her journal. She still writes a journal of her everyday life, detailing her affair and her recovery process and what she learned in her IC and why she did it. I don't regret giving her a second chance, and I think that day is the second best day of my life after the birth of my kids. I want to know why people treat women's infidelity lightly compared to men's infidelity. Both are equally wrong and both done the same damage. So why these double standards? When we were in MC, I asked my wife what she would do if she found I was cheating on her. She said she would give me a second chance, but her face told the truth. I told her to come clean, and if she lie again I will leave her then and there. She admitted she would most likely pursue divorce. It was bitter truth, but it helped her realize the extent of her affair and what she had caused. I will post about her affair in near future. My question is, why are women and men treated differently when both commit the same sin of adultery? Why I felt and still feel men having affairs is much more acceptable than the other way around. Like all men do it, so you as the woman have to tolerate it. The first thing after I found out who was having an affair out of his mouth was Tom Brady, and Trump do it. MLK did it. What's the big deal? It seems like on the infidelity subs women get left for cheating more than men do too. Maybe it's different if the couple is more educated with higher pay checks though. Either way, cheating breaks people on a soul type level. Luckily that you two worked it out. She seemed to do all the right things afterwards. Most of us wish our WS were unicorns like that. My wife complains all the time about how unfair women have it. What she says is sometimes true, of course, but when she started complaining about how she wouldn't be able to find a job after she cheated because of the stigma, I couldn't listen anymore. Oh, that's ridiculous. Cheating doesn't carry enough stigma. She'd probably get promoted in our society. I agree with you. Sounds like she is still in an affair fog, or she doesn't understand the full weight of her actions and how it destroyed her marriage. To be honest, I know both are true. It's not looking great, as badly as I want it. I'm sorry you are in this situation. Don't get me wrong, but your husband sounds like a selfish narcissist. I hope he understands his actions one day and changes and tries to be a better person. I hope you work things out. Best of luck, as others have said it's the same in many other areas. Women are seen as victims even when they do something wrong. Of course many women are victims, but the problem becomes when we don't see that women can be bad people too. Often if a woman does something wrong, people find excuses for it in external things that can have affected her, but if a man does something wrong, then everyone says that it is something internal. So the man's actions happen because he is a horrible person. In the woman's case, it's seen as if the woman's surroundings have been horrible. That's the big problem. There's a stigma that if the wife has an affair, it's somehow the husband's fault. I thought this was just our experience, where the MC and IC blamed my husband for my affair, but seems this is a pretty common practice, unfortunately. See one of my previous posts. I'm determined to change this misconception, even slightly. We, women, have to start advocating on behalf of men. So true. I read your posts and I'm glad you are doing a lot better now. I feel like there are a lot of help for female BS, but when it comes male BS there is almost none. I'm glad women like you and my wife tries their best to address this. Best of luck for your recovery. I hope next time it's recovered flare instead of reconciling WS. Stay strong. Thank you, smile, same to you. I consider myself recovered in Reddit terms, but in real life terms I'm in recovery, and will always be, as I'm very much aware of my character flaws. This is a really big problem with counselors that try to blame the BS for their partner's cheating. When you find this happening with a counselor, please look for a new one, and fire the current one. Marriages and partners can have problems, however, cheating is always the fault and the bad choice of the wayward. A good counselor will know this, and never blame the betrayed. It's sad, but sometimes it takes a while to find the right counselor that you are compatible with. Good luck with your reconciliation op. I really hope that you can make it. Stay strong? Well, you know why. Society treats men differently than women. It doesn't mean it's okay, but we can't change society, but we can change how we treat others, which can create a ripple effect. It honestly also sounds like there's a huge attachment to family and family being in each other's business here. It would save a lot of time and effort with building back trust and communication and not bringing up hurt feelings if y'all stayed out of other couples' business. Be there for them, but like, y'all done stressed yourselves out over someone else's affair. We have a very close relationship with family, so it would be hard to avoid such a big mess, but I do think we should handle that lightly. Thanks for pointing out. Yeah, family always makes things messier. I'm sure getting detached is hard, but I do think limiting what they know about y'all's business would be helpful in making you two more secure each other. Yes. We will try that. Thanks for advice. It's disappointing to hear that she didn't have compassion toward her Bill and his affair when she has been forgiven so much. There are way too many unknowns to understand her family's beliefs that women should be forgiven, but men should be punished. Was her dad unfaithful? Was her mom, grandpa, uncle, someone close to the family? I would agree that traditionally it was more socially acceptable for men to cheat than women, but recently with the, please forgive me if this comes across as offensive, war on men and cheating being viewed as a form of toxic masculinity, they need to be punished and made an example of to show other men this is not acceptable anymore. No one in her family except her was unfaithful. I think one major reason behind their harsh and strong push for divorce might have to do with her health. My Sil was struggling with her health and was in and out of hospital for almost a year. 2019, so when Bill said that he had ONS when his wife was battling with depression and physical toll caused by depression might have pushed the button. My wife said that after our argument that she couldn't wrap her head around the fact that he was having ONS when her sister was pretty much in hospital for a year, and to make matter worse the AP was her friend from school and came to visit her due to illness and stayed for the kids as we all were busy and couldn't take care of kids full time. I know it's excuse and at least she should have known better, but that might be the case. For the same reason female pedophiles and sexual predators are sentenced differently, pervasive and persistent Victorian attitudes about female sexuality. I'm glad you were able to reconcile, and that your WS was able to feel the weight of her actions by empathizing with her Bill. Yes, I agree with you. I also talked with her Bill and gave him some BS point of view and how her wife is feeling right now and how it will change your relationship with her forever for better or worse is up to you guys. I am glad that my wife understood her role and took full responsibility of her actions and tried and succeeded in saving and making our relationship better. Truly you are the one the family should be listening to, not your wife. As a BS, showing love and compassion toward Bill should mean more to the whole family than what anyone else says. You mentioned your wife has 3 younger sisters. Does she have a brother or only sisters? No, she has sisters only. Gender double standards at its finest, mate. I think you handled the situation very well. You pointed out the hypocrisy of her telling her sister to divorce over an ONS when what she did was so much worse. And it seems like she heard you and got it. I don't think that men and women are treated any differently in Western cultures. It 100% sucks to be cheated on, period. However, I do think that there are a bunch of people that automatically recommend divorce and break up without any attempt at reconciliation or forgiveness. Maybe a divorce/breakup is the right answer sometimes, especially when the cheater is not trying to do better, but I think it is always a good idea to try and work things out first before quitting. I think a lot of it is the archaic models we still have for women and men. Even as far as we've come, there's still an unspoken expectation that men are supposed to provide for and protect their wives. Wives are supposed to handle the home and children. So in that respect there's still some that expect the BH to rescue their damsel in distress even after being betrayed. The BH struggles are with their feelings of emasculation and shame associated with it. The added zinger is that women always know that biologically their children are theirs. Men don't have that luxury. There used to be an expectation that the BW should forgive and forget the WH. That's changed a bit as society has progressed, but there hasn't been a matching correction on the BH. BW don't catch as much blame for the WH. The WH is scum where there's more expectation that the BH didn't provide enough X and that's why his WW strayed. Massive overgeneralizations, but those underlying biases do still affect how we perceive BS and WS. So what are her reasons for recommending divorce to her Bill? I'm really interested in the mental justification. Also, it sounds like you have a super honest relationship, your spouse. Not many admit that they'd divorce if the shoe was on the other side. How did that make you feel? How did it make her feel? I think it depends what people you are dealing with and what part of the world you come from. I have mostly seen opposite. For the people in my circle, a woman's infidelity is a done deal, but men's is, woman shrugging. I don't know about that, but as a BS I felt that female BS get more sympathy and support than male BS. Maybe because men are supposed to be rock of the family and they're considered weak if they show emotions. Society in general, it appears men will be men or boys will be boys, and it is almost expected in some cultures that men will cheat, so accept it. I think the difference here is the long marriage your WW and you were in, the history there, and why family encouraged you both to consider reconciliation. How long have her sister and Bill been married? You didn't elaborate there, and was it just one ONS or was there more to it? Perhaps the Bill isn't doing what he should for reconciliation. Oddly, and this goes for both sexes, usually the WS is the one that is more triggered or adamantly objects to infidelity when it comes up, before, during and after their affairs. It's weird. And statistically speaking here, more reconciliations appear to be when the WS is a male than a female. Many men just cannot get past their wives cheating on them. We hope you have enjoyed today's episode. Please like and subscribe. Cheers. Have an awesome day or night, wherever you are.